Welcome back to KC Talks EV. A couple of viewers have actually asked me how did I get battery state of health data off my Hyundai Ioniq Electric, and I thought in this video at least it'll be a good opportunity to show you how to do that. Now there are two things that you will actually need. First of all, you will need one of these, which is a OBD2 scanner. I have left a link in the description. By the way, it is an affiliate link, so I get a small kickback whenever you purchase one of these, which would be very, very grateful. There are much more cheaper ones on the market, which I'm sure will probably work. However, some of the really, really cheap ones that I've used in the past, so I spent like £2 or £3 on them, didn't quite work. The second thing that you'll need is a Android device. I recently swapped to iPhone about a year ago. And unfortunately, when I've tried to actually use the car scanner app on iPhone with these devices, unfortunately, they're not supported. I will leave a link in the description for a couple cheap Android devices that you can have for that one. But once you've got those two, all you've got to do is then follow the instructions here. Okay, so once you've got your Android device, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 just for a reference. All you've got to do is go to Settings, Connections in my case, Bluetooth, and then find the OBD2 scanner. In this case, it's Conway. Yep, okay, the pairing request. And then finally, it's in your paired devices. You don't need to do anything from this point onwards in this menu. So just go to Home, go to the Play Store, and as you can see here, I've already got the app that you're looking for, which is Car Scanner ELM OBD2. I will also put this in the description as well if you want that. So now click Install, and I'm just going to wait for it to install now. And as you can see, I'm now finally at the menu where I can open the app. So let's open it. From this point, it's going to ask you for language, for example, so in my case, English, and then it's going to give you a bit of a disclaimer. It is really important to note that you definitely shouldn't be doing this while driving the vehicle. Also, on top of this, I'm not responsible for any damage you cause to your own vehicle while using the car scanner app. There are definitely menus that you don't really want to end up in, especially you might end up messing about with some settings that you're not really supposed to. But again, I am not liable for anything that you may do with your car. So in this case, I'll say, yes, I agree. It will then ask you about, do you have the right OBD2 scanner? Yes, we do. So that's fine. It will then ask you if you want light or dark mode. I quite like dark mode. And then finally, I am going to select a couple parameters. So imperial, miles, MPG, not particularly that important for us. Imperial gallons and PSI. Because you can use this for, as I said, recording data, acceleration, things like that. Then you need to actually select the vehicle that you've got. So in this case, we've got a Hyundai Ioniq. So we just need to find Hyundai. Then it will give you loads of different options in this case. So all you've got to do is you've just got to find the Ioniq. In this case, the Ioniq is down here. However, there are two separate versions of it. So remember that there's a pre-facelift one as well as a facelift model. So in this case, we want the Ioniq EV 38 kilowatt hours, 2019 to 2021, and apply that profile. At this point, yeah, you should probably select electric vehicle, no fuel. And then we are now in the main menu. So now finally, all we've got to do is connect. So now at this point, you've just got to check if your OBD2 scanner, in this case, is showing a red light for being on. And then we just need to connect. Okay, it does need a couple extra permissions. If you're worried about that, just uninstall the app once you're done. It will say, please wait, and then it should, fingers crossed, connect up to your OBD2 scanner, which in this case it is, and there's a green light as well that shows your vehicle needs to be on, actually ignition on, so that's where the blue light's on and there's no, any warning lights on there. And then finally, we are now at the main menu. We are connected to the onboard computer. And then finally, we've got to go to all sensors. So once we're in all sensors, the key bit that I'm going to show you is definitely going to be the battery state of health. But I'm going to also show you a couple extra bits and pieces as well that might be quite useful. So as you can see, if we scroll down, all we've got to do is we've just got to get to the bit which says about battery state of health, which it will be here. And as you can see here, we've got state of health 100%. This vehicle has done 52,000 miles. That sounds about right. Hyundai Kia vehicles do kind of over provision a bit of battery as a buffer, especially at the top end. As you can see, the battery state of charge BMS is 96.5%, and this car was charged to pretty much 100%. It's currently displaying 99% at the moment, but that is a really good sign. 52,000 miles, 100% state of health. Now, is that completely true? There would have been some degradation, but not noticeable to the user. Finally, we've then got loads and loads of cell voltages. These should be exactly the same pretty much, especially if it's fully charged. So in this case, fully charged is 4.14 volt for me. Now, the key bit now that you're looking for is you are looking for the accumulated quick energy and accumulated normal charging energy. What that tells you is how much charge or how many kilowatt hours has been conducted on rapid charging, so that's quick energy, and accumulated normal energy, which is on a 7 kilowatt or a 3 kilowatt or your 3-pin socket. And as you can see, this vehicle has had a very, very good life. It's had the vast majority of its charging done via 3 and 7 kilowatt charging. Is it going to be a huge concern for me if it was the opposite way around? Probably not. This vehicle has a 100,000 mile 8-year warranty, so that's absolutely fine. But if I was looking at multiple vehicles, something that has a lot more normal charging energy compared to quick charging energy might be something I would prefer. So those are your key parameters that you'll be looking for when you are looking at battery health data using an OBD2 scanner. So that is the end of the tutorial, and the last question you're probably asking is, why would I want to do this? Well, essentially, especially if you're looking at a used electric vehicle, it will give you a little bit more peace of mind when actually searching for that particular car. One of these costs, I think, about £10–20 at most. I've left a link in the description, as I said, in terms of purchasing one of these. And effectively, a cheap Android phone, costs maybe £30–50 or so, and it gives you a little bit more peace of mind at least. When I was searching for a used electric vehicle, I was spending around £5–10 each particular model doing a HPI check. So, at the end of the day, I just kind of included that in the cost of that. The one thing I would say, however, is that if, for example, a dealer is refusing to give a battery health check, I would personally walk away from that vehicle. It is very, very straightforward for any dealer to do this. In fact, actually, a dealer probably would be able to do the same thing with a OBD2 scanner and an Android phone. So the fact of the matter is that if they are not bothered to do that, I think that kind of says a lot about the particular dealer that you're looking for. The other thing that you also want to look at if you are purchasing a used electric vehicle is just make sure that it has a full service history. In one case, they didn't show me the logbook until I actually arrived. Then I noticed it missed a couple services. I kind of walked away from that because I was not sure about the warranty. You want to keep that battery warranty just for peace of mind, really. So I think that is pretty much it. So if you found this video informative, please give it a like, dislike it if you didn't. Let me know in the comments below about your state of health on your battery pack, as well as the mileage that you have completed in your electric vehicle. It is something that I do want to focus a little bit more on this channel. So it might be potentially maybe some owner reviews coming up very soon. Also, if you're looking for more content and more videos on the Hyundai Ioniq, after this, there'll probably be a road trip video, which I'm very excited to also showcase to you. But I will also leave a link for the Hyundai Ioniq playlist, where you can obviously see things like the range test, as well as what it was like for the first couple thousand miles. But I think that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and talk to you later.